That's it. Let's bring in a pair of News Nation contributors on this. Denise Gitsham, who ran for Congress out in California as a Republican. We'll talk about your state. We always do. And the Democratic strategist, Chris Hahn. Well, you know what, Chris, you can't complain. You're always saying like these politicians should be more straightforward and tell us what they're doing. Guy says, here's what we're doing. We're trying to get more seats.
You got to give them points for honesty.
Yeah,
I will say that. But I will also say the real plan here is to avoid accountability, right? The President of the United States made some pretty bad decisions that he knows will cost him the House of Representatives. And the people of the United States of America like checks and balances. So he assumes he's going to lose the House, and he's trying like hell to find a way not to do that. So he's asking his friends in the Republican states to give him more seats in the House of Representatives with that one goal in mind, avoiding accountability. If the president thought that his plans were popular, he wouldn't need this. And so it is what it is. This is a weird mid-decade reapportionment for one reason and one reason only, to avoid accountability for their bad governance.
Well, I think we could all agree it is weird. I mean, like, for example, Denise, today earlier we learned that I guess they're pretty nice bathrooms in the State House there in Austin, because this Nicole Collier, who's getting a lot of attention because she was sleeping on the House floor rather than have a state trooper keep an eye on her when she leaves the House, because I guess that's what they've put in place down there. She was supposed to be on a Zoom with like Gavin Newsom and all the rest of them. Next thing you know, we have video of, there she is. She shows up. This apparently is the bathroom, but she's on the bathroom in the Zoom. So this is where we are.
I don't need to see, honestly. TMI, you know?
Well, there you go. Or they cut her off, or she got cut off, or whatever. The whole thing. So the whole thing's just weird, as Chris says. But I'm sure you see it as weird in a different way. What do you make of it?
I'm not really for this back and forth. I've said all week, you know, this is not a win for Americans in a country where only 14% of our districts are even competitive anymore, right? It's not a good thing for our primaries where we get more extreme candidates. But to the extent that you would call it weird, I actually call it brilliant, because and I would speak directly to this racial gerrymandering talking point that Democrats seem to have right now. Look, Trump won the Latino vote in Texas by 55. It was 55% to Kamala Harris's 44%. So if you're against racial gerrymandering, you should be for what Texas Texas Republican Governor Abbott is doing, because Trump won the Hispanic vote, and in those, there's no Hispanic majority districts now until the Republicans redraw it. So this is helpful. It aligns with the reality of where the Texas voters went in the last election. Even African-American voters shifted to Trump. So this actually aligns better and more carefully with what's happening with the racial politics in Texas than anything Democrats have proposed.
Okay. What do you say to that, Chris?
Well, they are specifically diluting 2 African-American seats. They're doing that on purpose, and that will be what the court will have to decide, right, whether or not that's legal or not. And I, for one, don't buy that the Latino vote in Texas is going to be as strong for Republicans going forward as it was for Trump 2 years ago. So we'll see. But let's keep this in mind. There's been a lot of both sides on this. When Democrats controlled the House of Representatives, they passed legislation that would have banned partisan gerrymandering. And no Republican voted for it. They were all in favor of partisan gerrymandering. So there's that.
Yeah. Maybe the Democrats already had all their seats now. I don't know. I want to talk about California for a few minutes, because you know, that leads us, I guess, to 28 and all the rest. But anyway, so Geraldo was on the show earlier, and we had just gotten the statement out from, I guess, President Obama at the time, or the comments. We were reading them back from this fundraiser last night at Martha's Vineyard, where he basically said, hey, I support what Newsom does, and you know, we're not going to do this all the time. We're only going to do it when something like what happened in Texas happened.
But it helps us.
Right. Well, right. Like in this situation. So anyway, it started this conversation with Geraldo on Newsom, right? And like where he ends up, and maybe he's the guy that benefits from the whole thing and is the front runner for 28. Here's Geraldo.
Yeah.
I think this is tremendously encouraging for Democrats to finally see Obama getting up off the couch or getting his nose away from the blueprints of his library and saying to Gavin Newsom, go get him, Tiger. I like seeing Obama awake now and going to Gavin Newsom, go get him. And I like Gavin Newsom using the power of California politics.
And he thinks that Newsom's now the front runner among Democrats for 28. Denise, we'll start with you on this.
Well, I rue the day that Newsom becomes the governor of anything more than my dilapidated, destroyed state, honestly. Like my once golden state now tarnished. Listen, this is so self-serving and so classic Gavin Newsom, right? He's such a narcissist. All he wants to do is get attention for himself, and he'll do it at the expense of his own party. He's willing to say anything to anyone to get elected. And honestly, this really only helps, it only helps Democrats avoid doing the real hard work they have to do of dealing with the fact that their registration numbers are down across the nation. They have historically low approval ratings where only a third of their own party approves of the Democratic Party. How is this helping? Reacting to Trump is not an answer to not having a vision or a unified party. So good luck to him. He'll probably win the primary. It'll only ensure that that a Republican wins the next time around, because you think that people in the Rust Belt want to see the crazy politics of my state spread across the nation? No, thank you. It's a guaranteed loss of the Oval for Democrats if Newsom steps in as the leader.
Do you think, Chris, that Newsom's helping himself with all this? The redistricting, also mocking Trump on social media, the whole thing. Is he helping himself?
100%. This is an attention economy in politics. He is getting a lot of attention. He was probably near the bottom of the picks for 2028. He is now near the top of the picks in 2028. And Democrats want a fighter. He is absolutely fighting back on Donald Trump, trying to hold him accountable, doing what he can, and really putting a spotlight on how ridiculous Donald Trump's tweets are. And you know what? I, as a comedian, respect the fact that he has committed to the bit. He is staying with it, he is pushing it, and he's got to keep doing it because it is working. And I find, look, I was just reading one while I was coming on here. I laughed. It's just very, very funny. And it's putting the spotlight on the ridiculousness of Trump and the MAGA movement, and I love it.
I thought if you had true comedic timing, you would have ended that commentary with "Thank you for your attention." On this matter, you know,
yeah,
right?
Thank you for your attention.
Thank you for your attention.
Thank you very much for your attention.
Right, but so is that whole thing? But Democrats love that, Denise, right? They think, oh, now you're going back to Trump. Republicans are obviously making fun
hilarious.
of it. But well, no, the whole thing's, I mean, so a lot of it's funny. I think everything's funny, but a lot of it's funny. But now, would you say Newsom's your front runner if you had to pick among Democrats? I know you don't want to see him win, but you think he might be helping himself politically in the short term.
I would love to see Newsom. I would love to see.
He's the beatable guy, you think?
Oh my gosh, yeah! Like take Newsom in with all of his insane, like what he's done to my state, and how he's driven our economy into the tank, how he's driven out businesses, how it's the highest cost of living. If it's really about the economy, stupid, think about this: California has the highest cost of living of any state in the nation. Let's campaign on that all day, every day, 10 times. Let's go.
The camera's trying to run away from
me.
All right.
Take it from me, Connell, your favorite pundit who gets the highest ratings anybody's ever gotten on television. Denise sounds like me in 2015 and 16 when I was like, oh yeah, give me Donald Trump, bring him on, it'll be great. We'll win 40 states, it'll be fantastic. Be careful what you wish for. He is an excellent politician. We know this about him. And granted, he's got all the qualities you're going to point back, but every good politician has those qualities.
We've had,
and he has them. He's attractive. He's well-spoken. He could change, and he will do that, and he will be an effective Democratic candidate. And the fact that he's getting all this attention right now only helps him. Now, look, he put it out there. He's got to win this vote in November. But if he wins this vote in November, and I'm betting he has better numbers than Politico does on this, it's going to really propel him. It's really going to make him the front runner outright for 2028.
We've had some terrific comedians over the years, Eddie Murphy and Jerry Seinfeld, and others come out of Long Island. And Chris, you've had a very impressive career in politics. So thanks for joining us today, Chris and Denise Gitsham. You're both great. Well, thank you for your attention, both of you, on this matter.